click, go into drift, click, hold, swipe. Alrighty, well, I'm back in Star Wars Squadrons, and I wasn't really anticipating doing this. I guess it's not totally unheard of. There have been a few times where I've waffled back and forth and end up making two different profiles, and this is one of them. So this is an all Gamepad profile. Now, the reason that I made this is an update dropped. And that update made a pretty significant change. So if we go into X for customized controls, go down here, this controller global deadzone, that's new. I think the default is like 22 or 24%, which is crazy. In case you weren't aware, I mean, they do that to account for sticks developing drift over time. So if they add in a dead zone, the camera's not going to move on its own. Basically, they're compromising the game for hardware deteriorating on the sticks. So crank that down to 0. That's not a problem with Steam Controller because we're using the touchpads. We will never have drifting dead zones on our touchpads. So take that to 0, and I personally put my pitch and yaw up to 70. And in doing that, this is Gyro. Doing that made it feel pretty good. And then I have both are using mouse joystick, which is slightly unconventional for a game like this. I actually tested this a lot. I kept going back and forth. I was combining joystick camera, joystick move. I pretty much tried it all. I'm saying this feels the best for this game to me. So I just wanted to go over it briefly. One limitation, it's just different. Because I'm using mouse joystick on the gyro, you're not going to get continuous edge spin. So if you're using only the gyro, I can turn, but then I stop. You see my gyro is still turning. So that's one, I'm hesitant to even say a limitation. It's just going to make it feel different than the mouse. But you have the edges on the pad give you the full range. Now, if you're feeling like that looks sluggish, it's not. It's the way the game is made. So I'm going to switch over to my mouse. Like, even using the mouse, you can't go faster. I'm slamming it to the left, slamming it to the right. There's going to be easing in and out to make it feel like this thing has thrust and momentum. And all the ships handle differently, and it's contingent upon power to the engines, your speed, whatever. So what was happening with this mouse, I still like that profile, but I kind of ended up doing this a whole lot, like a little too much. So yeah, with going all Gamepad, I feel like I have a little bit more control, and I tried this last night. My first match, I did very well. I did better than what I have been doing with the mouse one, because I feel like it's that I have a little bit more subtle control. Plus, when you go all Gamepad, you're getting controller vibration, and it just makes menu stuff easier. Like, that was another minor frustration, was I tried it in VR yesterday, and VR does not show my mouse cursor, ever. So I had to use my mode shift to go into an all Gamepad for the menus. It was just enough that I wanted to try the controller setting again, because they did that patch, and it ended up feeling pretty good. So with that out of the way, I tried to mostly copy my previous one. You do still have, you know, weapon priority on a click up, engines, shields, and this, TIE fighters, who need shields? Down to balance. Now, the thing with that, though, is you have to be a little bit more disciplined about where you're clicking. It's like, you know, give yourself like this, because if I go out to the edges, it's because I have that edge spin for steering. So that's one thing. But I still kept that in there. And then the difference is from the previous profile, I still wanted it to have a hold to free look, but I added that to the grip. So hold the grip, now I can free look. I let go, I'm out of free look. So we still have that. You have the D-pad, which is just gonna be all the same stuff, except up. Long press up is copying this stuff. So up is going to my engines, left is going, or yeah, up is going to the engine, down is going to the weapons. It's makes a little more sense in the Republic ships. But I don't really like having, that feels clunky as hell to me. So that's actually the mouse scroll on a long press, which you might notice. Let's see if it does it. It's not doing it right now. But just be aware, because that is a thing with this game. It doesn't technically support mixed input. You might get a little bit of a jitter to your movement. If you change those. There, it did it. It's like, oh. It's because it's picking up the keyboard while... Yeah, but that lets you quickly switch those, and then click is the balance. Instead of having to hold X, let go, X, let go, X to balance. Okay, that is just a long press for scroll up, long press for scroll down, middle click, or left stick click, middle mouse. Okay, well, long press brings up your target wheel. Let's go allies. Quick press is A, so I'm cycling. Slightly longer press, target ahead. You know, and then a full long press is the wheel. Because that's the one thing I don't really like about the controller setup is... It's weird to me that it's target ahead instead of just cycle target on that left trigger. So instead of changing the controls in the game, that was pretty simple. Just a quick tap, it's A. So yeah, I think that's really all there is that I wanted to mention. Just, I wasn't anticipating going all gamepad, but I wanted to give it a shot, and I think it might be better, at least for me. So now there's options, you can try both. It really made a difference when they did that patch for the deadzone. It started to make it feel a lot more consistent. And like even the the joystick, mouse joystick. I did test this too. The edge spin is the full range of the stick. So it may seem like it's sluggish, but you're not getting any slower of a turning radius. Let's switch over to, engine priority. Oh, and also I kind of kept it as mouse joystick because I do like having that trackball, so you can just do a whoop, flick it, to do a nice little change. Meow. Meow. Yeah, like that works good for the drifting, so I can just click, go into drift, click, hold, swipe. But yeah, like I was able to come back to it, and this is feeling pretty good. So now I get rumble feedback, and I get the analog roll, which is nice. I can do some slow adjustments instead of always constant full force. That was, I'll be honest, that annoyed me, but I was living with it because I thought I needed that mouse for better aim, but I don't think I do, because I have this to be very responsive. So yeah. So now I have, this is pod racing, that's all mouse and keyboard, and then unlimited power, which is all gamepad. And then, just as a, let's just go back. Just one little odd, peculiar bonus that I noticed. This is much smoother. I don't know what the hell is going on with the mouse, so I'm going to switch to my mouse. This is my desktop mouse. Yeah, I don't know, it's like super stuttery in this. Like, that's just a little flick. It's treating my mouse like a trackball with high friction. Like, it feels really strange. So this feels much smoother. Yeah, I got that nice spin. So alright, yeah, that's it. Just, if you have the game, check it out. Actually, I would be really curious to know what, if you have the game and you could test these out, test the two of them, try a couple rounds, and let me know what you think, because I know I tend to be able to make mouse joystick work for me a lot more than other people do. But this one in particular, let's hop back in here. Yeah, like this one in particular, because most people seem to complain that mouse joystick can't be fast enough for them. But this, it doesn't matter if you're using a mouse or gamepad. You're gonna go as fast as they'll let you go with the ships. So that's it. Oh crap, I forgot to mute the music. I hope I don't get copyright struck. Ooh, and my controller just died. Batteries are dead. Whew, jeez. Alright, well I guess I'll take that as a hint.
Plump, juicy wieners are dipped in a thick, golden, southern-style corn batter that seals in all their freshness and flavor. If you like hot dogs, you'll love corn dogs. Everybody does. Try a corn dog with your favorite beverage. At the refreshment corner now. Corn dogs.